Hello there. I think the lights went on there. Can't see for the sun. Welcome to another Waynecast. This is actually video 251 time recording. Although I'm going to have a massive clear out very soon on YouTube. Videos that I think are maybe a bit dodgy or too old now. They don't portray what I do well enough. Basically, the shit models, right? A lot of the zebra stuff. At some point I'll get rid of that. But yes. So, as I mentioned in my last little video, my daughter was born on Sunday, 11:32, and as you can probably tell, I'm tired. I tell you what, I was actually saying to my uncle last night. I thought it was like riding a bike, right? You've done it once, right, with kids and babies. You think, well, it's just like riding a bike, right? Get another one, it'll all click back into place, and you know what you're doing. Not for me, it's not. There's a load of stuff I actually forgot. It's the little things, you know what I mean? It's not the big, massive things. I remember those. It's the little, tiny things, the important things. You know, like what to do when baby will not lie in a cot because she's scared of the cot because it's too big. You know, things like that. Lovely day today. Near the wind, just the right sort of wind, and it's nice and hazy. Now, unfortunately, as this is about what? So since I last did one of these, I'm gonna be able to practice me walking. And I just realised when I got halfway along the road there that my inhaler is somewhat empty. So I hate it when people come behind us in fucking bikes like that. Anyway, my inhaler is empty, right? Now it's a bit of bad news for me, right? Because I'm on this long walk, which is a bit of a physically tiring walk. No inhaler. I'm a bit out of condition at the moment. I've lost a lot of weight. At least I had until Monday, and I started stuffing my face with chocolate bars as a result of my daughter being born. Yeah, no, sad in it. But yes, so anyway, enough of all that stuff. What's going on in the world at the moment? Well, was it Tuesday? The masterclass that I'm doing in the Netherlands was announced. If you have a look, I think I've mentioned it on my blog. If not, I'll put I know on Mudbox Hub in the event section there's a bit on it there. Alright, I'm not saying exactly what I'm covering yet. Somebody did ask. I've had a few catty comments about this, by the way. I'll get to that in a minute. And somebody said, well, is it just how to use Mudbox? And I said, oh no, it's much more than that. Much more. In a way, see, I've got a few of these masterclasses to do this year, and I'm not doing the same thing for every single one, right? Because to me that's cheating, right? I don't know, I feel like I was getting paid for nothing. And actually for this, I am not getting paid, I'm not making a profit. All that's happening is I'm getting my costs covered for this Netherlands jobby, right? I'm not making money out of it, right? If anybody thinks, you know, I'm raking it, I'm not. I'm doing this just basically because the lads in Europe don't usually get, people for a decent lineup. Now, a lot of people have done the same thing, right? So Zap Anderson from Mental Images, Master Zap, as you'll know, he's doing it. There's a load of guys. The guy who owns 3D Palace is doing some stuff. Chris Robson. No, he's not a relation. He said, I don't think he is. I'll have to ask him. I've heard whispers that Jeff Patton might be doing some stuff. All sorts of people. Take a look on it. Enduserevent.com. Before too much longer, another month or so, they should be announcing the SIGGRAPH thing and what that's doing. I can't actually say, but all I'll say is there'll be a lot more exciting stuff than it may appear on the surface. I'm not telling people. If somebody says, what's like the Netherlands one, what are you doing? I'm not telling them, because part of it is the fact that there'll be certain tips in these. Each time we do a masterclass, it'll have a different set of stuff, right? So that everybody gets value for money. Because people are sometimes paying a lot of money here for the privilege of listening to me rattle on for an hour and a half or a couple of hours, right? So I can't give that away for nothing. So sometimes I can't even tell you what I'm doing, right? You've got to take that risk, but it probably should be worth it. So I'm still trying to get everything together for all that. Dominance War, yeah, intentional slip up, is now taking over every fucking board on the whole of the net. I detest Dominance War. I've said it every year, and this is purely for selfish reasons, because on a morning, right, and on a night, I do checks about 2-3 times a day of the different forums and things like that, you know. And I'll do the new post thing, right? All apart from CG Talk, where you're beyond free. fucking year like that, right? And normally it's about no more than 3-4 pages, right? And it's pretty handy. You can just go boop, 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 and find out exactly what you need to know. Look at the post that you need to, and then bugger off on the next forum and check that one. But when dominance whore is about, I'm sorry if you're offended by that name, but actually I'm not, because I find it funny, right? It just bungs everything up. There's like about 400 pages every fucking day, you know what I mean? I haven't got like the time to check every single thread, so inevitably you always miss out on some really good art. I don't do competitions, never have. Nope, don't do them. To be quite blunt, people who do competitions are they're either there to further the skill set, which is the perfect reason to do it. Never count on a prize or anything else, because usually in my experience, all competitions have got a fiddle working somewhere, right? There's always somebody's mate of a mate who somebody's, well, you might want to look at his work, and that's all it takes sometimes, right? Not seeing, it's obviously not, he says, avoiding the legalities, it is not fixed, etc, etc, in advance. But you say that you want a job, right? Or you want a name, you're going to build yourself up, which is fair enough. I don't need that, don't need it. Skill wise, I don't need that as a focus to further my skill set. I've always said that if you believe that you have nothing left to learn, you may as well give it all up and become a toilet attendant, right? Even Da Vinci, to the day he died, considered himself a pupil, right? I'm sure that's what Da Vinci did, so can everybody else. And that's my reason. I decided, what would my motivation be? I've got a reasonable name at the moment. I'm not stupid enough to think it'll last forever. Things are going fine. Why the hell would I want to put a big tin hat in that? By entering the competition, I know fine well, no matter how good an entry it was, it would never win, because the ZBrush guys will vote against you every single time, because they fucking hate my guts. And I wouldn't want to do that. But again, as I say, I don't do competitions ever, for any reason, not even minis, right? Which is why it grated a little bit on Mudbox Hub when people wanted some of the weekly sculpting competitions and stuff, right? Let's see what time it is. I haven't got too much longer, and I'll go on to part 2. Probably a 3-part of this one, because I haven't done one for ages. But I thought, well, people will ask me, I'll come up with, some titles and stuff. But yeah, so I don't do them ever. So to me, this is dead time. I know fine well that any models you put out this time of year, for the next few months, get buried, you know what I mean, under the weight of all the dominance war shite. Well, that doesn't mean that works shite, just I don't like the idea of the competition. It basically fosters this idea of this board's better than this board and this art's better than this art. There's no better in art, we're all the same. Want something really depressing? The work of a 5-year-old is equally as artistic as that of Michelangelo. Both are done from the heart, both are done to the best of their ability, with belief. That's art, right? Meant to stir the emotions. So it doesn't matter whether technically how good you are or not, it's still art, right? Now I want to move on to part 2 in a minute, of 3. And so hopefully I'm not whinging too much, because I have realised, right, I had a chance to watch through some of the old Waynecast, right, just a handful of them, just to check how I was coming over, sort of thing. And I am coming over as a bit of a whingy old bastard. But again, I'm 38 this year, so what do you expect, right? So I'll see you all in part 2 with more stuff.